The race to be the next Spartanburg County Sheriff is on, and voters will have 9 candidates on their ballots. They include current Deputy Robert Cheeks, former Deputy Andy Clark, current Spartanburg County Coroner Rusty Clevenger, and the list continues. Current Town Councilman in Lyman, Adam Crisp, former Deputy and candidate for Sheriff Nick Duncan, and current Deputy Randy Hollifield. And the rest of the candidates include Spartanburg Police Officer Joseph Pilato, retired State Trooper Bill Ryan, and retired law enforcement officer at the local and federal levels, Rick Stevens. And you decide soon. Early voting begins July 21st, with Election Day for the primary set for August 5th. And if a runoff race is needed, which is expected with 9 candidates, that election will be held on August 19th. This summer, Spartanburg County, you decide. And one of those candidates running for sheriff is Adam Crisp. And Mr. Crisp, thank you so much for taking some time with us.
You're very welcome.
I like to start these all the same way.
Yep.
Why run for sheriff of Spartanburg County?
So Spartanburg County is my home. I'm raising 5 daughters under the age of 10 years old. I am highly invested in the community's safety. We're going through a really tough time right now, and the community needs to understand that they need to trust the sheriff's office again. They need a young, fresh vision, and they need a leader that is going to gather the community back together and understand that they can trust us to use a credit card to buy gas. It's that bad. So at the end of the day, we need to have a proactive, not a reactive sheriff, and we need to get the community back involved, but also protect our children, because my children live in the area.
So what makes you that proactive sheriff that you mentioned?
Yeah, so the energy, it all starts from the top, right? So you want to be proactive instead of reactive. Reactive law enforcement's days are over. We have to be more active in the community. We have to be seen. We have to vamp up our RSU units. We have to vamp up narcotics. We have to vamp up every other unit, our uniform patrol. We have to make sure that they understand that they have an aligned vision, that they need to be in the community, and they have to be seen, and they have to be proactive, making traffic stops, putting bad guys in jail, but understanding I have their back 100%.
You've already been making some waves on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Spartanburg County Republican Party Forum, you have decided not to participate due to alleged comments made by the GOP chair.
Sure.
Why not participate in that when all other candidates have said that they will join?
Yeah, so as being a sheriff, you have to stand on principle, and you have to stand on what is right. And a real leader makes decisions, even if he gets backlash. But those decisions are the right decisions. I am glad that they made that event free. It should have been free in the beginning. But they have yet to take back their comments, and they called our great citizens of Spartanburg County hot, sweaty messes. We're not going to conduct ourselves in that way. We're not going to associate in that way. I want to run a sheriff's office that is full of dignity and integrity, and that's what the citizens deserve.
Do you feel like it's a missed opportunity for voters to hear all the candidates in such a larger venue at one time?
No, not really, because we're going to be holding a gathering where 15,000 people can call in and ask me questions. So we're going to give the community of Spartanburg the ability to talk to me one-on-one instead of waiting in line to hear a candidate speak or maybe answer 2 questions. We're going to answer up to as many questions as we can, but at least 15,000 people are going to be able to have the opportunity to speak to me directly. So I believe it's the best opportunity that we have to reach the most people in Spartanburg and answer their questions.
One of the main factors when it comes to candidacy for sheriff is experience.
Yes.
You're going up a lot of opponents who have decades of experience in law enforcement.
Right.
How do you counteract that experience with experience that you can bring to the office?
Experience, this is what I have to say about experience, okay? Is it because I'm 39 years old compared to 70, all right? Experience, we can go down the line. I was a deputy sheriff in the hardest neighborhood in Spartanburg County, the South Side, which is called Gangland. I went to the private sector, and I'm a CEO of over 300 people in 4 franchises in 3 states. I directly oversee public safety boards in the town of Lyman. I'm in charge of all the resources and the budget for the police department. And due to my chairmanship and my leadership, I have made Lyman the 4th safest city in South Carolina. So experience does matter, but the right experience matters. And a fresh new vision and experience is what we need in Spartanburg County.
When it comes to your time at the sheriff's office, we were able to get some records from the Criminal Justice Academy. Back in February of 2013, the sheriff's office filed a personnel change in status report, notification of separation due to misconduct.
Yes.
In 2020, you contested that case.
I did.
At the state level, it was expunged from your record.
I did.
No one from the sheriff's office appeared to that hearing.
No.
What do you want voters to know about that notification of separation due to misconduct?
Yeah, so the establishment went after me, and the establishment failed.
How so?
They went after a good, proactive deputy and they accused me of doing something that I did not do. And I went the right route, and I went through the Criminal Justice Academy, and they had several chances to prove that I was guilty of what I did, and they failed to do it. And due to that, this is exactly why I'm running for, because numerous deputies have been treated like that in Spartanburg County, and that is not how we're going to run our administration. We're going to run our administration with the right character, the right integrity, and treat our deputies with dignity. If they do something wrong, it's a training lesson, and they will be disciplined. But at the end of the day, we're not going to be targeting and bullying people to the point where they think that they can get rid of you because of your last name or because you're doing something that they're not doing. So I'm proud of my record. I'm proud at the end of the day that I fought it. And the definition of a man is not when you fall down. It's when you get back up. And I have been a successful businessman. I have raised a beautiful family. And I am here right now to serve Spartanburg County and make them understand that people make mistakes. But I went and did right, and I got it expunged.
I'm curious, though, you said the establishment went after you. Who is the establishment?
The establishment was the command staff in charge at the Sheriff's Office, the good old boy system. And the good old boy system is done. We're going to make a change, and we're going to make a change for the better. The establishment for 40 years in Spartanburg County has failed us. They have done nothing. We are still one of the highest crime rates in Spartanburg. The community does not trust us. Our schools, they are getting safer, but they need to be safer. So the establishment has done nothing but destroy Spartanburg County. And it's time for a fresh leader to come in who has been through the establishment's bullying to understand that these deputies need to be taken care of.
Why did it take 7 years from 2013 to 2020 when you contested that case?
I was working in the public sector, and I was raising a family, and then it wasn't just that. I did contest it in 2017, and it took 3 years for them to try to bring evidence, and they failed to do it. So in 2020, the Criminal Justice Academy, I believe it was Investigator Brumlow, called me and said that they failed to do anything and prove that you were guilty of anything that you did. So at the end of the day, I got exonerated. So it is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to if elected sheriff, we know that Rolling Thunder has ended under interim sheriff Jeff Stevens. Would you bring it back?
No. No. It had its time and day, and I think it served its purpose. But I think Rolling Thunder is a liability, and I believe that our deputies that work the street should get the credit for taking dope off the street. We don't need to outsource deputies coming in and interdicting and doing stuff in our county. We have great deputies, we have a great interdiction team, we have a great traffic team, and they need to get, they need to get the accommodations for doing their job well. Also, it's a liability civilly. The taxpayers already pay enough taxes. So once they get sued, guess who pays that bill?
You mentioned the good old boy system is done when it comes to that command staff who you say went after you. Do you know already who would be part of your command staff if elected sheriff?
No, we've done some interviews, but I don't really know who is going to be in the right positions. We'll do some more interviews, but they're going to be aligned in that young, energetic, fresh image, and they're going to be aligned in my mission, and they're going to go after and get it, and we're going to be proactive police, and we're going to put criminals in jail, and they're going to know that we're coming for them.
When it comes to the structure in place, would you maintain the same structure as the former sheriff Chuck Wright, or would you kind of evolve that?
So policing has changed. Okay, so the old guard, we understand that they had their time and day, but this is a new age of policing. When you say structure, are you talking about captains, lieutenants, majors, stuff like that?
And maybe have an additional chief deputy alongside you, or
maybe bringing a major back to kind of counteract with the chief, and they can work together and they can solve a lot of the problems, and that well-oiled machine can run that department better. That's an avenue that we might think about.
Okay. I think ultimately what makes you stand out from this crowded field? 8 other candidates, so why Adam Crisp?
So being young, being youthful, being energetic, raising a family in the community, being involved in the community, being the only candidate with a proven track record of raising officer pay 22% since 2022. You have to be out there. We have to understand that this is a new generation of policing. I think the median age of a deputy sheriff is 28 years old. So you have to have a leader that kind of understands how they're doing and how they're feeling, and then get after it with them. And they know that I have their back 1,000% because I've been through the bullying and I've been through the tactics of what they tried to do to me. And we proved that they were wrong. And I'm never going to let that happen ever again to any deputy under my administration.
Made that promise to deputies. I think lastly here we have about a minute left. What's your promise to voters of Spartanburg County?
My promise to voters in Spartanburg County is there is a new change of regime, and the young, energetic, fresh image sheriff is going to look at you, have town hall meetings, have quarterly meetings, have meetings with the news, and we invite you out to make sure that you understand what happened at the sheriff's office during that week, good, bad, or ugly. But we're going to be transparent, and we're going to make sure the citizens are heard, and we're going to get them back involved in the community, and we're going to make sure the most vulnerable are protected. But we're going to have a young, energetic campaign and a young, energetic command staff that understands our mission and is aligned with everything that we're going to do.
Transparency, the key word of this campaign.
Yes.
Adam Chris for Spartanburg County Sheriff, thank you so much for your time.
Yep, you're welcome.